Sup Swaggets! Instead of, doing something productive with my time, I decided to binge a Netflix Daredevil over the weekend, and I found I have more to say about it than I thought I would. Let me address the biggest question first. Is it good? Yeah, I'd say so. Is it better than the first season? I don't know, jury's still out on that one. If Daredevil Season 1 was Captain America, the first Avenger, then Season 2 would be the Winter Soldier. It ups the action, the stakes, and the characters in every way, even performing a feat I didn't think possible, making me like Karen. Season 2 of Daredevil feels big and universe-changing, despite only being 1 in 3 seasons in this very small Marvel Netflix TV universe. Unfortunately, that's its downfall. Every part of the season feels like it could have been made into its completely own separate season. The stuff with Punisher at the start, the relationship between Karen and Matt, the Hand and Elektra, it all feels like it needs more time to evolve and more space to breathe. It really suffers from Jessica Jones syndrome, where the first few episodes are bloody incredible. It peaks in the middle somewhere, and towards the end it just goes off the rails and morphs into a weird mess. Like Jessica Jones, this season focuses on the characters a lot more, which is refreshing. In the first season, I felt like our protagonists were unlikable, but there was an engaging plot and the dark situations kept my interest. This time, it's our characters who drive the story, each actor bringing their best to the performance. The characters are actually likable, but still have very human and natural flaws. Matt pushes people away, Foggy's too protective, and Karen's a bloody bitch. Despite all their flaws, these characters have moments to shine, namely Foggy, who I really thought was incredible in this season. The supporting actors, mainly Elektra and Stick, are both good for what they get given, but I'll get into them later. So meanwhile, in the other end of the spectrum, the villains in both Jessica Jones and Daredevil Season 1 are excellent. So do the villains in this season hold up? Well, kind of. Don't get me wrong, the Punisher is great and perfect, actually, but he's more of an anti-hero than a villain. There's also 2 mystery villains who I don't want to spoil, but both their reveals and characters are very well handled. Now moving on to the Hand, essentially the big bads of this show, and they're really kinda shit. I feel like a whole new season could have been devoted to them. Instead, we're forced to endure a really forced and bad storyline about the Hand creating zombie ninjas for some reason, and also another sloppily handled plot involving Elektra and the Black Sky. I know these characters are quite comic accurate and that we're heading towards more mystical stuff in the movies with Doctor Strange, but in a show grounded in realism, it felt kinda weird. Nobu the leader wasn't even half as interesting as Kingpin or Punisher, and the fact that we learned practically nothing about the Hand doesn't help their case either. The Hand henchmen were also just like any other henchmen Daredevils had to face. Once Daredevil found out he could track their breathing, they were just normal henchmen. I feel like the Hand, Stick and Elektra were all shoehorned into the show to appease fans, when they could have been slightly hinted at or saved for later. Nevertheless, Elektra was good in the show before her interaction with the Hand, and Stick is just badass whenever he's on screen. Overall, Daredevil Season 2 is good, and maybe just for Episode 4 and Episode 8 alone, it is better than the first season. But it's definitely not without its flaws. Give it a shot if you're feeling it. I give Daredevil 8 blind people out of 10. Okay, Daredevil Season 2. Tell me what you think about it in the comments below. Anyway, see ya, Swaggets.
Let's make movies great again.